For the past couple of years, Netflix has seemed to come out with a handful of blockbuster content. In 2025, they hit again when this movie came on the scene. With the fandom reaching different demographics, it's been an instant hit since its release, even picking up a couple of Oscars this year.
K-Pop Demon Hunter.
But now that it's known to the world that this is arguably one of the best animated movies of the decade, the IP is at the stage where it can be milked just on the strength of its name. Enter McDonald's, who decided to partner up with the K-pop brand to release an adult Happy Meal menu. This is the first time a Happy Meal campaign has been done when the movie's already been out. Which raises the question, how big did K-pop Demon Hunters get? And how does this benefit the players at hand? I first heard about K-pop Demon Hunters through my little cousin when she told me to put it on. I never really got the hype, but after watching it, I can see how it caught wind amongst teens and adults. So why is McDonald's just now releasing a Happy Meal campaign for it? The movie has been racking up views on Netflix all throughout 2025, with their first month viewership being the highest of any content on the platform. But I think it was the Oscar win which turned it from just a Netflix hit into a prestigious movie that made McDonald's turn around and put some light on it. The Demon Hunters IP will give McDonald's a refresh they most likely need, with their target audience mainly being people who's tapped into the Demon Hunters universe or around that same demographic. Also, when purchasing a Happy Meal, it comes with an access card that fans could scan the QR code and enter the specific code in the McDonald's app to get an exclusive access to the main event McDonald's is hosting, which is the Battle for the Fans. This was smart on McDonald's part as it makes customers stay on their app longer and give them their data for future offers they want to roll out. And the only pushback they're getting from this rollout is the ones coming from the fans that don't really like McDonald's but love the Demon Hunters universe. So if McDonald's is in it for the data, what is Netflix in it for? Well, this campaign acts sort of like a second wave push, making the relevance of the movie have a longer extension period. And adding this QR code feature that comes with the Happy Meal brings people back to engaging with not only special reveal content, but other shows that might spark their interest. It sort of has that Squid Game effect where it can live off its IP, and specific events like this Happy Meal campaign can support future films or spin-offs under the Netflix brand. And with Stranger Things out the door, Netflix does need a new franchise that shows it's not just a streaming service and that it can actually serve as a cultural partner platform for original brands and IPs. It's actually interesting to see how far along the franchise will go, seeing it's still in its growing phase. With so many ways to take the IP, will Netflix drag it out like they did with Stranger Things? Could we see something like a Broadway musical for it? Now, what about the actual creators of the Demon Hunters universe? In terms of animations, Sony has hit it big in recent years. The Spider-Verse IP has set a new standard as to what can be achieved in animation. You can even see how it influenced some of the K-pop's animation style. Instead of having it shown in a traditional cinematic 24 frames, it's being shown in 12 frames per second, making the movie look choppy. 3 out of the last 5 animated films Sony's produced has won Best Animated Picture in the Oscars, making it one of the top animated film studios this decade. I don't think Sony saw this coming, but if they did, kudos to them for finding a market where people could say, yeah, I know Sony made this animation. But with their films being essentially blockbusters, will the stakes be higher for them to deliver? With each franchise producing a hit when it releases, can Sony keep expectations while meeting demand? Creators of the Spider-Verse mentioned how they're concluding the trilogy in 2027, stating it wouldn't be a good idea to overstay their welcome, but they will continue with other spin-offs. Now in the case for Sony, it turns out they don't own the IP for K-pop Demon Hunters. After Netflix requested that they take the rights to the film since they were the ones who funded it, in hindsight, it looked like a bad negotiation on Sony's part. Many fans suggesting they should have tried to release it on theaters first, then on streaming, which could have caused a delayed success, but I'm not sure. Because we don't know how viral the film would have been without the monster of an audience Netflix has on their platform. Can they figure out a way to negotiate a better deal? This Happy Meal campaign isn't really doing much for them, honestly. They're not getting any profit from it, and they have a deal with Republic Records, making it so that Republic is the one releasing the records and not them. A sequel is confirmed for the franchise, but how beneficial will that be for Sony? Are they able to at least negotiate the deal to where it can be released in theaters? Fans are hoping this is not a situation where it bleeds into the quality of the animation, because if we're being practical, Netflix needs Sony for de-animation just as much as Sony needs Netflix. Because if big partners like McDonald's are finally catching on to the brand, then it can only get trickier from here. Well, that's all my takes for this topic. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on what you think about K-pop Demon Hunters.